Hey everybody, welcome back to Family Meal. Chef Alan.
And Chef Ella.
What a great start to 2024. We got a beautiful Spanish seafood, chicken and sausage paella. Look at that beautiful boy. Lobster, shrimp, clams, sausage, chicken. This is going to be absolutely amazing.
Woo!
Let's cook.
1,
2,
3, let's go!
All right, let's go over the ingredients for our seafood and chicken sausage paella. Ella, what do we got?
We got short grain rice, onions, and red and green bell pepper.
We got lobster tail, we got clams, we got shrimp, we got dark meat chicken, we got frozen peas, beautiful sausage. But here's the secret: saffron, chicken broth, white wine. This is gonna be fantastic. Let's go.
Woo!
All right, let's talk about the steps for our paella. We're gonna take away the anxiety and show you how easy and simple this is to make. It's basically a one-pot meal. Have you ever made a gumbo before? Then you can make a paella. So we're gonna start with our meats. We're gonna brown off our meats, our sausage. We're going with a garlic sausage here. If you want it a little spicier, do an andouille sausage. Do a Creole sausage, whatever your choice is, okay? We're gonna remove the meat out. Then we're gonna add our peppers and onions. We're gonna add the peppers and onions till they start cooking down, all right? And then we're going to reintroduce our meats. We're gonna then pour the rice over, and then we're gonna add a combination of 3 cups of chicken stock, 1 cup of white wine to kind of deglaze the pan. And then we're gonna wait halfway through. We're gonna add the seafood because we don't want the seafood to overcook. Then we're gonna add the peas at the last minute, and you're gonna absolutely love this. All right, everybody, so we are now in our second stage. We're about to add the meat back in with the peppers and onions. You see this right here? This is what you call fond. That is concentrated flavor. It is absolute just liquid, not liquid gold, but just gold that'll make your meal taste so much better. When we deglaze with the saffron, the stock, and the wine that we have here, we've had to let it sitting for about half hour. Ella, if you get on top of it, see all those threads in there? This is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, it's gonna be awesome. Now remember, this rice is going to cook up 2 to 1. So it might not look like a lot that we have in there, but I'm telling you what, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. Okay, so as you can see right now, we have our meats in here, we have our vegetable in here, and you could add artichokes, you could add rabbit, there's so many different things you could add. But there's 2 different ways we could do this. We could finish it in the oven, or we could do it on the stovetop. I'm going to do it on the stovetop. The reason being is because when we traveled through Barcelona for our honeymoon, we had paella, so many different variations, so many different ways. The key to a great paella is what they call a soccerot. And that's where the rice, actually zoom in on this, Ella, where the rice will actually stick and cook to the bottom and create that crust. And that's what we're really looking for. And I think we're really going to obtain that really nicely, cooking it on the stovetop at a lower heat for about 15-20 minutes. All right, everybody, you see we got a nice boil going here. We're going to add some peas and we're going to stir this up. We're not going to add all the peas, but we'll get a nice mixture on that. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to cover this, okay? Not really too concerned if there's little gaps in there, that's okay. I'm fine with that, all right? Now we're going to let that sit. We're going to adjust the heat and we're going to come back in about 15 minutes. All right, we are about halfway through. Let's take a peek look. I'll zoom in here nice and close, see what we got. Oh yeah, look at that, everybody. That's looking fantastic. Now, let's see. All right, so we still got some good moisture in there, which is good, okay? Now remember, one thing I've always spoke to people about is we could always add, but we can't take out, all right? So we start with 4 cups of liquid, 3 cups of chicken stock, 1 cup of white wine. If we feel we need a little bit more moisture in there, I'm gonna add another splash of chicken stock. But we're probably about 5 minutes away before we start adding all our beautiful seafood. All right, everybody, let's check it out, see where we're at. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's add a little bit more chicken stock. So we're probably doing another half a cup right there. Now we're gonna add our seafood. Now here's where you get to have some fun, all right? Let's make it decorative. Let's take our time to make it look pretty, okay? So when you see these really nice plates of food come out to you, you know, there's some thought put into it. How is it going to be presented? Okay. Put that like that. Okay, that's looking nice. Wrap this a little bit more. Look at that, all right. Let's take the lobster. Lay it in there, like that. Okay. Okay. We're just going to take our shrimp, just going to lay our shrimp around. We'll be good to go. All right, so now we have everything in here. So you put a little bit of extra stock in here. We're going to cover this up. And basically, once we see that nice opaque color come from the shrimp, we see those clams opening up, we're going to be ready to go. It's time to eat. All right, we are about 7 to 8 minutes in. Let's take a look where we're at. Oh, look at that. Look how those clams are starting to open up. Look at all that clam liquor, that clam juice is going to come out, just permeate the rice, a great flavor. You can see how the shrimp have all turned opaque. They're done. All right, the lobster is done. We're just waiting for a couple of these little bad boys to open. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rotate that on the heat. Let's see if we get that going. All right, everybody, here we go. Let's check it out. Look at that. Look how all those clams have opened up. Everything looks absolutely perfect. And what I'm going to do is, Ella, you could zoom in on here. We're going to pull this apart. Oh, yeah. Ella, can you get on that right there? That's the sucker rock that we're talking about. Look at that. It actually looks like it's burning, but it's not. Trust me, that is all flavor. This is good to go. We are ready to eat. All right, so now one thing I did want to talk about. Ella, zoom in on this pan here. This is an all-clad pan, and it is, believe it or not, called a paella pan. It's much thicker. You can see the metal gauge on here, and my daughter makes fun of me. She's like, you have one pan just to make paella. No, we do other things in it, but it spreads the heat out so evenly, and it's a thick gauge pan. Don't be afraid to spend a lot of money on your panware. I've had this pan for over 30 years. You get what you pay for. All right, everybody, seafood, chicken sausage paella. We ready to try this?
Yep.
Let's go. So you can see we got lobster, shrimp, clams. I'm actually going to try the rice because that'll tell me right away you're really going to take a shrimp, aren't you?
Yep.
Oh man. I could taste the floral note of the saffron and the wine right away. If you can't afford to buy saffron, use turmeric. That's fine. You won't get the great flavor, but you'll still get that beautiful color. Ella, what do you think?
This shrimp is really nicely cooked.
It's not overcooked? How can you tell a shrimp is cooked right away, Ella? What does it do? It turns an opaque color, right?
Yep.
There we go. That's like an internal thermometer of the shrimp. All right, Ella, what should we do next?
Subscribe, like this video, share it to your friends, and comment on this video on what you want to see next.
All right.